This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Cracking down on a controversial homeless encampment in downtown Phoenix. A judge just siding with business owners, ruling the city must come up with a game plan to clean up the zone. The camp spans from Jefferson to Jackson, mostly between 9th and 13th Avenues. Attorneys claiming this is a public nuisance. A judge issuing a preliminary injunction saying the city has to maintain public property in the area like sidewalks. It must be free of tents and things like human waste and people engaging in disorderly conduct or disturbing the peace.
To be clear, we think that this means it's a win not just for the business owners, but for the unsheltered community as well. Because let's be real, whatever the city is doing is not working. It is a humanitarian disaster there.
Phoenix officials now have until July to come up with a plan and show results. The city says they are reviewing the ruling and working with partners to address the complex issues for those experiencing homelessness. We are days away now from the start of the murder trial for the former Valley mother, Lori Vallow Daybell. Jury selection has begun in Ada County, Idaho, with potential jurors answering those questionnaires today. Daybell accused of killing her children, JJ and Tylee, and conspiring to kill her husband's previous wife in 2019. Daybell will not face the death penalty if convicted. No cameras will be allowed inside the courtroom. That trial begins Monday and is expected to last several weeks. Today, the NTSB will meet to discuss a deadly crash here in the valley. It happened in June of 2021 on the Loop 202 and 52nd Street. Authorities say a tanker full of milk failed to slow down and crashed into several vehicles. Part of the tanker came off the truck. 4 people died and 11 were hurt. Today, the NTSB Public Board meeting will work to determine a probable cause of the crash. The Operation Safe Roads team is staying on top of a now deadly pothole problem that's happening on the I-40. We want to show you some of the aftermath of the horrific crash that occurred on I-40 that killed a mother and sent her child to the hospital. Fire officials say they believe it was caused by a pothole on the freeway near Seligman. The car had a tire blowout, leading the driver to hit a median and roll. That's just one of multiple dangerous situations that have happened to drivers in recent weeks between Kingman and Seligman. The historic Route 66 Automotive and Towing is open 24 hours in Seligman. The manager telling us they've been receiving anywhere from 50 to 80 calls per day. But with limited resources, they can only get to about a quarter of those needing help.
A lot of time my driver will at least go out and get them into town in a hotel room safe for the night until we can figure out something to do for them the next day.
ABC 15 has continuously reached out to ADOT. We're told the wet weather this winter and early spring has created ideal conditions for potholes, and crews are working quickly to make short-term fixes. A project to cover a larger section of the interstate isn't expected until 2025. A potential mega grocery store merger is in the works, and today Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays wants to hear from the community about the Kroger and Albertsons deal. The deal was announced last fall. Kroger agreeing to purchase Albertsons for nearly $25 billion. AG Mays announcing an antitrust investigation into the proposed merger, saying the stores employ 35,000 Arizona workers, and she's concerned about higher prices in creating food deserts in minority communities. Pull out that kayak. Tempe Town Lake is back open now for boating activities. It closed last week due to debris in the lake following that SRP water release. A temporary buoy line was installed upstream. You're asked to avoid crossing the line. For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.